Welcome to the Hive with me, Bonolo BSting, right here on Kaya 959 on the street and on the air. My guest for tonight, I'm excited, my darlings, because I love glasses. That's just a hint. She is an entrepreneur, a foodie, a fashionista, the co-founder and CEO of Chuck Chili Foods and Ikano's Eyewear. Boikano Sikwane. Dumela moleke. Sikwane. Cherryl tle.
Sikwane with an E.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome to Kaya.
Thank you, BSting.
I love the shades. I absolutely love the shades.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, let's start it from the beginning.
Okay.
Now, you worked in the corporate world at quite various well-established companies. What made you decide to hang up your gloves and become a homemaker and start your own businesses?
Well, at the time, it was actually what made sense for my husband and I, for our children. We were just not coping with both of us being out on the streets. My job required a few long hours. The children were still very young. One needs a dentist, there's an emergency, there's after school activities. It was just not working. So we made the decision that one of us has to stay home. And at the time, I literally did nothing but stay at home. Yeah, so it used to be funny because people would ask me, so what do you do? And I would say, well, I wake up, I take the children to school, I come back, and I hang out at home. And I did that for a few years.
Yeah. But it must have been quite therapeutic after the corporate world where you know.
Definitely. I needed it. And I didn't realize I needed it until I had that break.
Yeah. Now, Chuck Chili supplies over 150 retailers, employs 12 people, and is situated on a 150 square meter factory. You know, throughout all of these successes, what challenges have you experienced within the businesses?
Sure. So starting with Chuck Chili, because I think Chuck Chili is like my little grown apunyana. You know, Chuck Chili has its feet on the ground. It can walk. And I started running a bit here and there.
Yeah.
So the challenges have been great, especially with the growth. It's from staffing to financial capacity, to even my own personal capacity to run the business. I've had to learn my limitations, firstly intellectually. I've had to learn, okay, I only know up to so far.
Yeah.
And then who do I collaborate with? Who do we bring into the business to try and help us get to the next level? It's always painful to understand that actually, no, now you have reached your ceiling sort of, you know. And financially, with expansion comes a lot of financial needs. There are many times when I sit down crying because I don't know if we can make the rent. I don't know if we can pay people. Can we even make production? Because the money is not coming in, but we are like expanding, you know. So those are some of the biggest challenges within the business that we have gotten. And also just staffing people, you know, do we have the right people to do the job? Now we are on a drive to try and get that intellectual capacity expanded for ourselves, for our factory workers, you know, trying to get someone who has managed a big factory space, food production space. There are so many things that come with food production, from food safety.
I was about to ask that, yeah. The SABS approvals.
Yes, and everyday production, making sure that the factory space is up to standard, because now that we have all these certificates, we have to keep them up. So our staff needs all the help that they can get.
Now, I also saw that you've won quite a number of awards, you know, in your journey as a businesswoman for Chuck Chili. Just throw nyana, two nyana.
Well, Are they awards? Okay.
Or recognition.
Recognition, yeah, I
yeah.
would say. So when we first started, I think at the River Sands Incubation Hub back in 2019. So we are based at the River Sands Incubation Hub. By the way, an amazing space
Yeah.
for up-and-coming entrepreneurs. I don't know if I'm allowed to even pump
No,
them,
go ahead, yeah.
hype them up. But for anyone who is starting a business, it's a great space in terms of so many different things. But then in our first year, we got recognized as runner-up for newcomer of the year. That was quite a boost for us. We had just like literally started the journey of Chuck Chili in that year. So that was really great. And then after that, we were with Food Lovers Market.
Yeah.
That was a big one actually for us. And it is what, catapulted our growth. If I can say that, it more than 80% of our footprint is in Food Lovers stores. And I would say growth-wise is from Food Lovers Market stores. So yeah, there we managed to get to the top 10 of the Seeds of Change program. And after a year of being with them, we were also recognized as Newcomer of the Year. So that has been great for us. And they continue to be a great support. And I can say a great friend of Chuck Chili.
Ah, man. Now, as I said earlier on, you are a fashionista, right? And of course, that inspired Kano's eyewear. Please do tell us more about it.
You know that word fashionista, between my two team members at both my businesses.
Yeah.
That's their word. I wouldn't say fashionista, but I think because of so I'm not shaped like a regular woman, right? Or maybe a regular woman who's just not been put up there for normal model kind of fashion. So I've
understand.
had to find ways to make my body work for me in different ways. And for the longest time, I found that, accessorizing stuff, also just sticking to dresses, skirts. So the traditional kind of sense of style has always just worked better for me.
Yeah.
So with Kano's eyewear, I think it was just a silly afternoon when we were sitting there, and I was like, isn't it funny how glasses, whether it's spectacles, it's sunglasses, are meant to be an accessory. But as a woman, you can have so many different earrings. You can have hairbands for days. So why can't we just have eyewear that just says a lot about being a South African, that will say, hi, I'm proudly South African. And I can, by looking at me, you can say, Motswana, Mokai. So that's actually where it came about. That's how it came about.
Because I actually love, as we look here, the different prints of different, tribes,
tribal
groups.
groups in South Africa.
Khona le Batswana, there's
Mandebele.
there's Tonga, and you've got other tribes that you're also going to be looking into getting into also.
Yes, definitely. So we started with the Setswana print because ke Motswana,
Yeah.
and Letoisi is just a common feature of my wardrobe
Yeah.
in different ways.
I agree.
So I started with the Letoisi and the Kaka print, which are the blue dots. We call them the Boikano dots. Because it just was very easy for me. But then I was like, no, it's blue and white. So it is blue and white. It's nice for casual wear and whatever. But then thinking of our other tribal groups in South Africa that are more colorful.
Yeah.
As Botswana, we are blue and white. But if you look at the Setsongas, if you look at the Venda, if you look at the Ndebele prints, actually those three are the ones that literally immediately after thinking about my blue and white Letoisi, I went straight into. They were very attractive for me because, how often do you find, like now you're wearing those beautiful bold red, but what if they had print on them?
Yes.
That's what actually I was thinking of. And yeah, I've been playing around and I can't wait for the range to actually increase and have everything else that we have, in mind for it.
Now, I need to make a public service announcement, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a problem with my eyes at all. I can see properly. But let me tell you, I agree with you when you say that specs are an accessory. So trust you me, you're going to see me wearing a lot of Kano's eyewear. Just be strong. Thank you very much. Now, lastly, Boikano, how on earth are you juggling two businesses as co-founder and CEO, and also, running the household at the same time?
I think like anything else, once you're in it, you find ways to make it work. Fortunately, my kids are grown now. Yes, I do have a small little grandson, but the kids essentially are grown. My husband is very supportive and very low maintenance.
I like
that. Yeah, so that has made it easier. And I think for him, and for anyone else who knows me, just for me to have found a passion made it easier for everybody, in my circle, because, a bored Boikano is not a Boikano you want to be around. So, we found a way to make it work.
Yeah.
Long hours, yes, but freedom of time as well. A lot of times I find myself leaving the house a bit later if I can help it than I would normally have had to. And now I've brought in my daughter to come and help me with certain things. That has also helped. To have an amazing co-founder and part of the executive team of both businesses being the same person also works, for both of us. So, yeah.
Lastly, sis, where can people find out more about Chuck Chili? Where can we buy it? And also Kano's eyewear.
So Chuck Chili, generally food lovers markets nationwide, you can find it.
Yeah.
You can find it at spa stores, select spa stores, especially around Gauteng. We are in the process of, increasing that footprint. We are always, if you go onto our social media pages, we'll always announce a new store, and we do that quite often. We are also available at select checker stores in Gauteng as well. We are moving to about 25 very soon. We are at 15 at the moment. We are at select butcheries. So if you go onto our social media pages or onto our website, www.chuckchili.co.za, you'll be able to find all the information about where to find us. And we're also on Take A Lot, by the way. Oh yeah, so e-commerce, Take A Lot, I have to say, another great friend of Chuck Chili.
Yeah.
They held our hand. Actually, I always say this, and I think I sound like I'm joking, but it's the truth. Take A Lot made Chuck Chili survive COVID.
Oh, wow.
Had Take A Lot not onboarded us, I don't think we would have been able to survive as a business during those times. So we are still with Take A Lot. We are with Macro Online. We are with Zulzi.com. If you know Zulzi, another amazing 15 minutes drop off. We are with Checker 6060. So yeah, that's Chuck Chili. As I say, they're a toddler.
And then Kano's eyewear?
So Kano's eyewear, you can find it at Take A Lot again.
Yes.
Take A Lot is a friend of mine. So you can buy it on Take A Lot, whether you buy the frames themselves, you can buy them as a set, or just even the pouch and the cloth.
Yes.
Separately, Take A Lot does that. And you can find them on our website.
Yes.
And soon we will be announcing a few franchise stores that we will be working with.
Ah, man. Thank you so much, Boikano Sikwane, for coming through. And all the best with your businesses. Love the glasses. Love the chili. Keep it going, sis.
Thank you so much, B. Thank you.
There you have it. This is what we do on the Hive. Make sure that we also play our part in, celebrating our very own. Right here on Kaya 959, on the street and on the air.